Paragraph number 2. For a long time, nobody knew what a meteor was, but finally, those who studied stars and the sky decided that the meteor was a piece of a comet that exploded long ago. Those pieces are still wandering about the universe in huge looping paths that follow the original comet's orbit. There are uncounted pieces of such comets out there in the depth of space. Paragraph number 2, which has been continued over here. Periodically, clusters of them come close to the Earth's orbit or path around the Sun. Most meteors are small, probably only a few inches in diameter, but when they enter the Earth's atmosphere, the friction makes them white hot. They look big as stars streaking across the darkness. So, first of all, we are going to do the meanings of some difficult vocabulary words that we have. We have first word comet. What does comet mean? Comet is basically a meteor's orbit. Okay, comet is basically meteor's orbit that exploded. Exploded means, yes, definitely you know it, burst. Long ago, those pieces are still wandering about the universe in huge looping. Looping is basically a direction moving in a circular or repetitive path. So this is basically repetition in a circular movement, moving in a circular and repetitive path. Then we have the word periodically. Periodically means like happening at a regular interval. Happening at a regular interval. And then we have orbit. Orbit, definitely you know what does orbit. Orbit means the place. And then the streaking, the last word that we have over here, streaking, which means moving quickly in a long thin line. So this is what we should know about the words meaning that we have, the difficult vocabulary words. And if there are a few vocabulary words that are difficult one, we are going to do it in the paragraph explanation as well. So let's do the explanation of paragraph number 2. For a long time, nobody knew what a meteor was, but finally, those who studied stars and the sky decided that the meteor was a piece of a comet that exploded long ago. So, this is what we already know, as we have studied in paragraph number 1, that earlier on, or for a long time, nobody knew what a meteor was. The people used to consider them as stars and the sky, and the sky decided that a meteor was a piece of a comet that exploded long ago. So here in paragraph number 2, we are basically going to know about the historical understanding of meteors. So for a long time, people did not know what a meteor were, and scientists eventually discovered that meteor were fragments of comets that exploded long ago. And then these that a meteor was a piece of a comet that exploded long ago. Those pieces are still wandering about the universe in huge number. It means that these pieces, these fragments, follow the path of a original comet as it moves through the space. So these pieces go from one place to another. So the word that has been used over here, that those pieces are still wandering. Wandering means going from one place to another about the universe in huge. It means that it moves through the space and in a repetitive and circular path, and the path of a original comet as it moves through the space. Periodically, I have told you the meaning of this word. Periodically means happening at a regular interval. Periodically, clusters of them come close to the Earth's orbit or path around the sun. So, periodically means happening at a regular interval. These fragments approach Earth and enter its atmosphere. Basically, meteors are small in size. Most meteors are small, probably only a few inches in diameter. So, meteors are basically small in size and few inches in diameter while entering the Earth's sphere. What happens? But when they enter the earth's atmosphere, the friction make them white hot. So this point is very important to note over here, like they are small in size but only few inches in diameter, means in thickness if we are going to see, they are a bit larger one than in their diameter, causes them to heat up and glow. So while entering the earth, what happens? Friction causes them to heat up and glow. Friction over here means what? Yes, it means rubbing one of body against another. So when it enters the earth orbit, then the causes friction basically causes them to produce light and they glow. So how they glow? They just because of the friction, they glow. The light comes, we see that the light comes out of it just because of the friction. We see a shooting star, but when they enter the earth atmosphere, the friction makes them white hot. They look big as stars streaking across the darkness. Here the writer or the author Hal Borland has used simile by comparing shooting stars with stars, shooting stars, or meteor with stars. And why the author has used simile over here by comparing stars with a meteor? Just because of their shine and just because of their in large number. So due to their shine and due to their large number, the writer has used simile over here by saying they look big as stars streaking across the darkness. So as the stars in huge number make galaxy, so in the same way the meteors are also in great number, and then they make streaking. Streaking means a long line across the darkness, means moving quickly